So this morning's presentation is on assistive technology and the iPod Touch projects that we have been carrying out in the South Shore Regional School Board. We'd like to thank at this point the Nova Scotia Teachers Union for 2 Professional Development Assistant Fund grants to test the efficacy of utilizing the iPod Touch with students with autism. That was one project, in partnership with Catherine Rahe, our autism consultant for the South Shore Regional School Board. We also completed a project on iPod Touches, using iPod Touches with students with dysgraphia. In the South Shore Regional School Board, we're also using iPod Touches with a wide variety of students, including those with Down syndrome, learning disabilities, global delay, and many more. So this presentation represents the results and impact of this project, or these projects, through 6 short case studies of students with ASD, Down syndrome, LD, using the iPod Touch. Just a little background vocabulary. According to Wikipedia, an iPod Touch is a portable media player, personal digital assistant, and Wi-Fi mobile platform designed by Apple Inc. And an app is short form for an application software that runs on the iPod Touch and the iPhone. As of April 8th, 2010, there are at least 185,000 third-party applications officially available on the App Store with over 4 billion downloads. So let's meet Ryan. He's our first case study. Ryan is currently in grade 6 at Hebbville Academy on the South Shore. He has a comprehensive team supporting his program, including a speech-language pathologist, occupational therapist, physical therapist, 5 teachers teaching various subjects. Parents, of course, are on his team, the IWK Developmental Clinic, the autism consultant for the South Shore Regional School Board, and the autism facilitator, the program support assistants or education assistants, and the assistive technology specialist, myself. Ryan has Phelan-McDermott syndrome, which is a rare genetic disorder with a specific developmental and physiological features. As of 2006, fewer than 300 people worldwide have been diagnosed with this disorder. Ryan also has autism spectrum disorder, and he is nonverbal. He also has congenital glaucoma and lacks myelin, which is the fatty substance surrounding certain nerve fibers. That results in slow processing times. Ryan is a visual learner. He tolerates change to his schedule and understands that technology helps him communicate. He has challenges in all subject areas and uses a visual schedule. However, that's now on his iPod Touch to communicate and keep time. With the use of the iPod Touch and Proloquo to go, he is now able to indicate his wants, his needs, and indicate his acquired knowledge. Ryan's receptive language is very good, and he has increased his expressive language dramatically over the past year using the iPod Touch and Proloquo to go. He has a wonderful sense of humor, and he's very, very easygoing. He does need further encouragement and support to initiate communication with peers and teachers in a social setting. Ryan displays difficulty with fine and gross motor skills, but he's able to utilize his assistive technology quite well and independently, and that includes a laptop, specific software, and his iPod Touch. He has difficulties dressing himself and does require more time to do everything, every task. All of these factors, his strengths and his challenges, contribute to the assistive technology decision-making process in our board. Based on his program plan and his skill sets, the main goals for assistive technology use for Ryan was identified as being to enhance communication, literacy, and math skills, and enhance independent functional skills. Since grade primary, we've worked with him since primary, he's graduated from a Big Mac communicator to address his communication needs to a 9-cell GoTalk. Then you see him here with a 20-cell GoTalk. And today he uses the iPod Touch with Proloquo to go. This is Ryan in grade 4 carrying his Go Talk 20. And this is Ryan in grade 4 as well. At the end of grade 4, we wanted to introduce him to a dynamic communication board, and so we designed one in Clicker 5. He displayed in that activity, the one you see here, the ability to recall the location and images and messages within 2 to 3 leveled selection sets. And he utilized this simple dynamic communication grid to indicate his wants, his needs appropriately and at various times throughout the day. So this gave us the foundation to move him to the next level and provide him a more comprehensive, dynamic, and portable communication device. And here's Ryan in grade 6. Kind of looks like a different kid, doesn't he? We provided the school team with 2 iPod Touches, one for Ryan and one for the program support assistant and the teachers. We trained the team on how to use the iPod Touch and also how to design appropriate communication grids in Proloquo2Go to meet his communication needs in various areas around the school. So this is Ryan communicating initially with his program support assistant through their iPod Touches. And this was to encourage buy-in and shape the communication process using the device. Today, Ryan is very independent in his use of the iPod Touch. It is the first thing he looks for in the morning when he arrives at school, and you can see him accessing it throughout the day to engage in conversation with the principal, teachers, and peers. This is just a little clip of how Proloquo2Go works, in case some of you haven't seen it.
What's up? Later. Later, alligator.
So Ryan utilizes a variety of apps to support his program, including Proloquo2Go. He uses Visual Timer for timed activities, the Relax app for sensory and self-regulation. He utilizes the photo album. The team has placed photos of each teacher on his iPod Touch. And he independently places that picture of the teacher on the screen when he's going off to class, and he greets them at the door with their picture, another means for communication. He enjoys reading tumble books on his iPod Touch when the rest of the class is engaged in silent reading. He also benefits from movie trailers and other educational videos. The next slide presents a testimonial from the program support teacher who works with Ryan on a daily basis.
Hi, my name is Andrea Conrad and I'm program support teacher at Hebbville Academy. This is my first year working with Ryan, and when he first came to us, he didn't really have a lot of tools to be able to communicate with us, and we knew right away in the beginning of the year that we were going to meet with Barb Welsford from the AT Center and look into using the iTouch with Ryan. We implemented it fairly quickly in the school year, and he's using Proloquo, and we've seen a huge improvement in his ability to communicate with the teachers, his peers, the PSA, myself. He's doing a lot of work with the computer in the classroom. It's also important to note that with the iTouch and using the Proloquo, his verbal talk with people has also increased. So that has also been a really big positive for Ryan. So overall, it's been just one growth after another, making leaps and bounds, and we can't wait to add more to his iTouch.
And this is a testimonial from his classroom English teacher, Amy Sullivan.
My name is Amy Sullivan. I'm Ryan's homeroom teacher as well as his English teacher. We found the iPod to be extremely useful, particularly for communicating with other kids and with adults. He uses it in a variety of ways. We have Proloquo. Using Proloquo, he will communicate his feelings, his needs, and his desires. He'll also tell people that they're being silly or say hi. And he has different options. He can say hi or he can say hello. And he often will, choose which one he feels more comfortable with. He has the option of each class. He has a different picture for the person in that class. So if he's coming into English class, he'll pull up in Proloquo my picture, and that brings up his little folder that has all the expressions that he's likely to use in my classroom, so he's ready to go. When he's at recess, he'll often pull up his recess folder or his friend talk folder so that he's able to more quickly access things. What's a little frightening to me though is that we've got a couple hundred different pics on there now, and he knows where everything is. I can't keep track, but he knows where everything is. So as it expands, he seems to expand with it, so that's great. We also use it in English class to play stories and to do reading and to use as a reference, using Reading A to Z books that you can get from iTunes. He'll listen to it using Raz Kids, and then he'll be able to flip through it on his iPhone just to verify things and check things before he does his work. And we also have audio stories and a variety of other things on there.
Mom, and she's comfortable with
The
it.
iPod Touch has, I don't know, been really awesome for Ryan. He's communicating so much more and showing everybody exactly what I've told him all along. He really knows what's going on. The other day in school, he was being kind of uncooperative all day, and on the way home, we were talking about how he shouldn't behave like he did in school, and when we got home, he got out of the car, and he flipped right to, "I'm very sorry," and that's what he told me. He told me a couple of times how sorry he was without any prompting. I just think it's really awesome for him.
At a recent team meeting, Ryan was asked to show us his happy dance. The first thing he did was reach immediately for his iPod Touch, which, as you can see, he wears around his neck on a lanyard. He found a music clip and demonstrated his dance.
He's going to music.
Music.
That's what he's doing.
When you guys going to the Halifax for the workshop? He's like, I took it off.
There it is!
You see, he's a one-hand access user. So from my perspective, the iPod Touch for Ryan is a portable, accessible communication tool. It also supports many different areas within his program plan, including academic, social, and sensory needs. So now let's meet Ben. Ben is a grade 6 student at Chester Area Middle School. Ben loves to sing. He knows everything there is to know about geography. He loves flags and is apparently a fantastic cook. He's an avid reader of the Hardy Boys and is an active outdoorsman. He loves camping, hiking, biking, boating, swimming, and just summer in general. He enjoys building campfires on the beach and watching them burn. He has a cockatiel named Bob and a black lab named Kismet, who he can't live without. According to Mom, Ben dislikes anything he doesn't want to do. He does not enjoy showering or getting dressed, and he greatly dislikes people touching his stuff, especially his iPod Touch. Ben has a diagnosis of Asperger's syndrome, as well as generalized anxiety with some aggressive behaviors. He has severe test anxiety and requires a visual schedule. His work is chunked, and he benefits from rewards when he completes his work. Ben is rule-bound and finds it challenging when a rule is broken. He also has difficulties with changes in his routine, and that will result in heightened anxiety. Ben is a bright young man. He is a strong visual kinesthetic learner, and he follows grade-level curriculum. Ben displays strong computer skills. He really enjoys using the technology. Socially, he struggles with appropriate ways to communicate with peers and adults, and he requires strategy